Okay, we are searching for Davion. Guys, I'm nervous. Make sure everything does look good. Good looking fun, Davion. Okay, my heart's pounding. I don't feel great. Just like personally. I definitely thought this battle was going to be tomorrow. And it was totally my fault. So I had to prep. Okay, so what do we see? We don't see the Mew, nor do we see the Screamtail. That's kind of interesting. Nor do we see the Toad. Okay, nor do we see the Quillfish. Okay. So, spikes look great from Gliscor. I worry about a Roaring Moon lead. I think I really like Gyaraheim. Rotom's kind of annoying, especially because I don't have... okay. I still think I like the Tylee lead. The problem is, like, yeah, there's, like, leads that kind of screw with that. Maybe I just lead Gyaraheim at this rate, right? Right? I have the Brick Break on it. Or do I just lead Tylee? I want to lead Tylee, but I worry about Rotom lead and I worry about Roaring Moon lead. Which both lead to kind of stop Nightwing lead 2 and stop Azula lead. And don't super stop Gyaraheim lead. Like, that feels like it's the best one there. So I think that's the play. I think. I just don't want that mon to take too much HP, but I think that's a good play. Obviously, good like a fun to Davion. We really want this win. I feel like my team prep is solid. Not a super easy matchup, but I feel confident that we have what we need to take the win. However, I did not have as much prep for this game as I thought I did, and that was on me. 100% my fault. So it is the Rotom lead, so we made the right call predicting the Rotom lead. And it's leftovers, great. We can pivot into the Nightwing on a Hydro Pump, but I don't particularly want to. I think I just want to click Play Rough, honestly. KLEFKI can come in, that is okay. It's going to be a Volt Switch, it's going to be... realistically, I just want to see how much damage I'm doing. And Play Rough does a good amount of damage to this thing. Probably a U-turn into, like, the Volcanion or the KLEFKI, realistically. But I think I do just click Play Rough here. Goes for the T-Wave. Okay, so that's okay with me. Because I don't need to be super fast as long as I'm not getting paralyzed. We did get paralyzed, so obviously annoying. But I guess we'll just click Play Rough again. Not the best way to start this game, if I do say so myself. We do have a pivot into the Pokemon in the Electrode. I just don't want to do it yet. Not a great start. We just lost another game to hacks. Objectively to hacks. You guys might see, you guys might not have. I don't want that to happen. That happened today. The Volt Switch brings me down to 320. So it did about 19%. That looks like it is no special attack investment. Goes into Sora, which is a KLEFKI. Okay, cool. Let's see how much we're doing. That's a good amount of damage. And it's lefties. Okay, great. We know 2 lefties mons now, which is fantastic. They are not boots. Okay, so that did about 20-something%. Oh, I guess I just hit pretty hard, huh? Oh, and it's not air balloon. So, I think I click Stomping Tantrum on like a Reflect, and I click a Brick Break type of thing. Okay, so it's just Spike, so that's fine. I do have Rapid Spin available. They obviously do have a Ghost Hit, but I have Deep Lead. And I get paralyzed again. So, that sucks. We'll go for Stomping Tantrum again. I would like to chip this Pokemon down. Not too worried about spikes, if I'm honest. Unless it gets up a good couple levels. Go through the spikes again. Don't get paralyzed again. Would be very annoyed. Stomping Tantrum does do double damage, though. Okay, that's 3 turns of getting paralyzed. So my last move has failed. He doesn't know that I'm going for Stomping Tantrum. So I actually could theoretically, I could kill here depending on EVs, if I'm honest. Those are the spikes. As long as I hit, I can get rid of these. Obviously, you do have to Sableye. I can degleam into that. That's 4 paras. That's 4 paras. Let's go for 5. Goes for the degleam. I'm Assault Vest. Just hit. Just hit. They crit me. Guys. Kill. Okay, does so much damage. It's absurd. That was really annoying. 3 paras into a crit is kind of tough. NGL. I'm going to click a play rough on a switch out. Play rough should kill from this range as long as I'm hitting it. It did about that last time. It did about 18 to 21%. It did about 20%. A little bit less. Maybe it's 5, 10, 50. Yeah, he's about 19%. Looks like it's going to be a roll. We'll see. Not the first turns I wanted. Goes for the deed and gets a kill. Fine. Guys, that's really friggin' annoying. KLEFKI kills Grim. Okay. I can go into Azula and click Torch Song. I can go into Nightwing and click Earthquake. I can go into Echoes and try and get the spin off. I will kill with the Terra Starstorm. I just don't super want to get paralyzed. I could also just... I feel like Nightwing's kind of the play. If I'm honest. I can kind of get my own spikes up for a hot second. They have no removal and I do. So maybe that's the play. I do think there's going to be a handful of boots running around. But we've already seen a couple lefties. I will just click spikes here. I don't think this guy wants to stay in. It's probably the Rotom. So maybe I should have Toxic. But I don't feel comfortable Toxic in front of a Steel type. Switches out. It's probably Rotom. It is Sparky, so we get a spike up. I do go Electrode here, I think, but there are 3 layers of spikes up, which I don't love. But there is no way for him to get rid of that 1 layer of spike, which is great. And I have my Toxic Orb up, which is fantastic. I am Poison Heal. Obviously, I do not want to take a Hydro Pump. I should be faster than this guy, but I really just don't want to risk it. I have enough Spadef to where I live. Okay, so I think I have to go into Biosphere here because my Avimon is dead to a little bit of luck. And there are a bunch of spikes on the ground that I can get rid of, but not the easiest thing in the world to do. It does just go for the Hydro Root. Does he miss? He does miss, so that's great. There is no ground type. Which is fantastic. So I can Thunderbolt. I think I just Volt Switch though here. I think I do a little bit of a Scarf Volt Switch. I don't think he really wants to stay in, but he knows I probably can Volt Switch. If he wants to stay in and attack me, I will go back into the Gliscor because I think there's very little chance he clicks Hydro Pump. At this rate. He could. Right? It could hurt. But we'll see what happens, right? We'll make that decision when we have to come to it. Grim, it is not your fault, man. You had so much potential there, and you did a good job, to be fair, still. Switches out, so I do get a Volt Switch off, which is fantastic. Nothing super wants to take this. It is the KLEFKI. So, I believe Electrode's going to kill here. Trode kills Key. I need to find a safer... Okay, yeah, so Trode kills Key. What's the switching? What's the switching? Is it Ty Lee? I don't really want to take that damage. I'm faster than everything, barring Scarfs. I think it's actually Nightwing. Maybe not. Maybe it is a Trapagos. They can go Sableye, can double out. I'm not too worried about Sableye. I can go into my Gliscor on the Sableye. I think this is what I do. I think I go Echoes here. Like, obviously, it can have Encore, it can have Nightshade, it can have T-Wave is kind of what I'm more worried about with the Sableye. I think it's really here to spin block, but I do have Dazzling Gleam as well, which does 2-co max HP sets, not Spit F sets. I'm not going to click Encore though. Maybe he can't even like break my Terra Shell, but he almost definitely can. But I think I do this because if he goes into anything else, I'll click a Rapid Spin. Do I even care about getting rid of Spikes? I do have heavy duty boots on 2 Mons and Gliscor is immune. It's just like Salazzle and Electro now are on timers and they can't switch it in a ton. Electro does like to switch in. Snuffleupagus. So that is the Volcanion. I think I want to click a Calm Mind then and see what he wants to do. I am faster. Let's see. This goes for the Steam Eruption. He could be trying to burn me. Let's see how much this does. Down to 341. Does he get the burn? No. Okay, so 341. That's about 13%. So I just want to see how offensive he is. Yeah, okay, so that is not max special attack. Modest. That could be a low roll for Timid, but it doesn't even seem like it's super offensive. So I kind of want to go for another Calm Mind, honestly, and then a Rapid Spin and see what... Maybe I go for a Rapid Spin now. No, I think I go for a Calm Mind now, though, low-key. Obviously, I don't want to get Steam Eruption burned, but 2 Calm Minds up, and then if I can get 2 Rapid Spins up, that'd be crazy town. I think he has to go for the burns here, though. I think this is kind of my only play at this moment in time. He's going for the burn, right? Just don't get it. Just don't get it. Gets it. Fine. It's manageable. I am +2 now, which is great. I do 2-co this Mon. Maybe I just try and 2-co this Mon with Terra Starstorm. Maybe that's the play. Can't really switch into anything at this rate, unless it's a Sableye, and then if it's Sableye, I can D-Gleam. He can obviously Encore me, so if it goes into Sableye, we'll have to switch out, unfortunately. Maybe I should have gone for the D-Gleam there. I think the odds of him going Sableye are low here. He doesn't want to risk it, and if that's the case, I can't switch out. That's a little unfortunate, right? Someone's definitely going to click Encore. Need to get Azul in safely. I do live a knockoff from max attack, adamant, not any item, and with the Roaring Moon, and our Alluring Voice will kill, which is great. Okay, switches out. If he goes into the Sableye, really good read, which I think he does. I think he goes Sableye. Damn, that sucks. Obviously, he's clicking Encore here, right? There's no doubt about it. I think this means I have to go into my Gliscor, and then you just start spike stacking. He's almost definitely clicking Encore, so I go Gliscor. Should have clicked D-Gleam. That would have been a crazy ass read. Would have been sick, but I didn't. So. It is the Encore. I can get up another layer of spikes. I can throw out a Toxic. I almost like a Toxic play a little bit more here. He could taunt me. Did he get taunt? Let's get taunt. I'm going to Toxic on a taunt. It's just, do I want to click the spikes or the... I'm going to Toxic. He switches out. This is why I Toxic, because he's going to go Rotom, and I think getting Toxic is going to be sick as heck. Goes into the Sparky, which is great. Okay. I do live a Hydro Pump. Do I... I just don't really want to call a Volt Switch. I almost feel like I have to. I have a couple turns with Biosphere. But if he clicks Volt Switch, it gets put in a very good spot. I am also probably faster. Maybe I just get up 2 layers of spikes here, and I get the Toxic on this one, and I'm okay. I'm just gonna get another layer of spikes off, because he can't get rid of them. Hopefully he clicks Volt Switch here. If he clicks Hydro Pump, and he's not special attack invested, I live always. Goes for the Hydro Pump, hits it. If he kills, he's special attack invested. Okay, he doesn't kill. Fantastic. We had enough Spadef in there. We had 40 Spadef specifically for that. Now what's the play? I think I get up a 3rd layer of spikes. At this rate. For sure. Gets a little bit more poison damage off on this Mon. He might miss a Hydro Pump. That'd be sick. He missed one earlier. He's probably good for a Hydro Pump here. Maybe he misses. That would be sick as heck. But I have 3 layers of spikes up, which is fantastic. Misses a Hydro Pump. Great. That's really rad. We needed a little bit of this love here. Now, I value keeping Gliscor alive, I think, actually now. Because it gives me a sack, plus I'm going to be faster than Volcanion. And we know that because our Tarappa goes up faster. And I think now I go into the Biosphere. So obviously I do apologize for a couple of those misses, but it does make up for the Paras. Like a little bit. I still think the Paras were more important. However, fair enough. Goes for the pump. We do live. We don't live another. I don't think we live another spikes. We'll see. We'll see. Doing 25% to us. But he's taking damn good amount of damage here. Okay, so we don't live another spikes, which is obviously sad. What do? Do I T-Bolt, do I Thud, or do I Volt Switch? I gotta click one of these two. If I T-Bolt this Mon, I mean, he dies to if I T-Bolt this Mon, he dies to Toxic. And he doesn't super want to switch into T-Bolts. I think I Volt Switch, though. If I Volt Switch, he could still die. I think I Volt Switch. It's just if I can get a Rapid Spin off. But if I, like, okay, I Volt Switch, though, and then into what is the question? I think I got a T-Bolt. Oh, we get a crit, which is cool. It hits a pump, so if he kills... crit didn't super matter, I don't think. Rotom kills... Trode. And then... Gliscor kills Rotom with Toxic. So, we've been in better positions, we've been in worse positions. I don't want him to go on the moon here. But if he does go on the moon here, I think I'm okay. If he goes on the Volcanion here, I'm a little bit effed. Maybe this is the moment I go Echoes. I am very defensive. I'll live any one hit from anything. I'll be able to get a little bit of Demaglios off. Unless he goes into the Zapdos. If he wants to go into the Zapdos, though, I think that's okay. Maybe I do just go Tylee here. And I take some Spikes damage and I say, oh well. I just kind of die to anything. At the end of the day. I think I don't have another time to go Tylee though. Goes Toothless? Is that the dragon? That's the moon. Okay. Okay, so he's heavy duty boots. Which is fantastic to know. We do die to a knockoff. You could obviously click D-Dance. I honestly think I have to click Sub. Or Toxic. I think he might just win here, though. I think I gotta click sub. No, I gotta click toxic, straight up. He could kill me is the problem with the knockoff if he's adamant. I gotta click toxic here. Just goes for the knockoff. I think he kills. I live, which is so cool. I land the toxic, which is amazing. I obviously click... I don't think I click protect here. I think he's gonna click a D-Dance. And if he clicks knockoff, he clicks knockoff, right? I do just click sludge bomb now. Yeah, okay, so should have predicted whatever, not the end of the world. I'm going to take this turn slow, even though I know exactly what I'm doing. At the end of the day, I think I lose to Zapdos, though. Moon kills Sal. I think this means by the way, I think this means I go Azula, which seems silly, but I will die. I'm at, what, 50%? Call it? Yeah, I'm at like 50%. Maybe like 55. Oh, well, I guess I do live with the Terrapagos. Maybe go Trap here and click Deagling. Actually, nothing super wants to take Dazzling Gleam. Maybe this is the play. I can leave the Azula alive and healthy. I think I click Dazzling Gleam because I'll kill here. Sableye can't come in and encore me. And he could probably just Brave Bird on the dude. Yeah, I mean, I think at this point we lose to the Zapdos. However, if I can get some crazy damage rolls with the Skeletor on the Zapdos, it's just knockoff. Like, Brave Bird might 2-ko me. If he's jolly, if he's animate, it definitely does. But at that rate, I can go Alluring Voice and then maybe Brave Bird. Chip? Not sure. Switches out. Go into the Sableye. No, that's the... Yeah, okay, great read. We get a little bit of damage. We do get to Terra Starstorm now, I think. Obviously, he could switch out again and encore me again. I don't have another play, but trying to attack what's in front of me. I think I got a Terra Starstorm. Great read if you go into the Sableye. But I don't think you do that, realistically. If he does, good read. Guys, we're just trying to claw back any differential possible here. I think it's very low chances that we win this game. And I think it's because we kind of need a gear. Okay, gets a lot of damage off and I die. Volt kills. Trap. Okay, well, we go Nightwing. And we click Ice, Earthquake, I think. You could switch out into the dude. Or, yeah, I do just click Earthquake. I don't think there's any reason trying to predict. The Zapdos, I think, wins this game here. Or the Roaring Moon at that rate, could even kill it. Could try and get some differential here, but we got unlucky in the first, like, 5 turns. If he goes Zapdos, great read. Yeah, good call. Nice, well done. Maybe should have Toxic then. Could have Ice Fanged. Ice Fanged. Yeah, I mean, we can't do anything unless we get, like, freezes realistically here. Which is sad. I can't realistically switch into the Skeletor. Goes for the Brave Bird. I mean, he's going to take Brave Bird chip, but... Zap kills. Gliscor. I've only got Azula at this point. I gotta click... Because what you are... Water Growth. Gotta click a Torch Song. Kinda hope I... crit. I could also Alluring Voice, but that's not even a 2-ko. I think I got a Torch Song or something switching in, maybe. Maybe he doesn't want to stay in here, but I don't think that's the case. You see that I'm Boots. I think you just stay in and click Rape a couple times here. If you switch out and I get a Torch Song off, cool. I still don't think it matters because Roaring Moon's going to outspeed me, click Knockoff. I'll live, and I'll kill it in return, but I won't live anything from the Zapdos. Because it's Defiant. I don't think it can even be anything else. So, I don't think there's an actual possible chance we win this game. I just kind of hope Azula can pick up a kill somewhere along here. Unfortunate. I mean, it's the Bears, man. Like, switches out. So I get the Torch Song off. Goes into the Volk, which is probably dies to the spikes. Fair. So Gliscor kills Volk. If going to the moon, I'll click Alluring Voice, which is nice. I'll get 2 more kills here, I think. I just don't think the Zapdos. Like, he should have birded, I think. Maybe I click sub. Goes on with this. I mean, I get a kill here if I get the roll. It also obviously is going to depend on his bulk. I do live this, which is great. He seems like he's not super offensive, which does mean I think he's bulky. Maybe I kill. Oh, we do kill the Toxic Damage. Great. So, Scale kills Moon. And guys, we had Grimmsnarl. Would have been a slightly different game. I'll go for. I guess I gotta go for the Torch Song again, but Zap kills Scale. So obviously, unfortunate, we got a little bit unlucky at the beginning of the game. The rest of the game was pretty good. I'm happy with how I played. He made a great read with the Sableye. Should have quick Giggling there, but at the end of the day, what are you gonna do? Right. GG's to Davion. Like, I am bummed because I just lost what feels like 2 games to Hacks. Maybe I didn't win either of them if I don't get Hacks, and that's what I kind of got to remember. But that is the game we play. This is just a tough day for Draft League for me, and that happened. I will see you in Week 8. We're not out of playoffs. It's unlikely we're going to Week 8, 3, and 4, but it's been super fun so far. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next.